On a beautiful 55-degree fall night, clear skies, we grant you from Grady County and Tuttle High School tonight for a 4A District 2 matchup between arch rivals Blanchard 7-2, 5-1, and 4A2, and the number 1 ranked Tuttle Tigers 9-0 and 6-0 in the district. Hello again, everyone. I'm Todd Miller along with Scott Wanish. Glad to have you along. This our Squirtle game of the week. At least half of the package rolls into Grady County tonight for this matchup between Tuttle and Blanchard.
Down.
Hmm?
Turn it down. I don't know where my mouse went. It's gone.
So are we off?
No, we're live still. Okay, you're good.
On a crisp 55-degree fall night, we welcome you live to Tuttle High School, home of the top-ranked Tigers in Class 4A football for tonight's 4A District 2 matchup between Tuttle 9-0 and Grady County rival Blanchard 7-2. Hello again, everyone. I'm Todd Miller along with Scott Wanish and our entire crew. At least half of the Squirtle Game of the Week package is here in Grady County tonight for what has been a long-time bitter rivalry between Tuttle and Blanchard. Also tonight, our other crew is up in Fairview for a Class A showdown between the Fairview Yellow Jackets and the Hooker Bulldogs. Both of those two teams in Class A District 1 are playing for the title tonight. Scott Wanish, we are outside, but fortunately there's not a breath of wind. Feels like 53, the official game time temperature at 55. It feels like fall football, and certainly not a better way to celebrate than with two really good 4A teams going at it.
Oh, and a great rivalry as well. As you say, Blanchard just not too far south of Tuttle. Jeff Craig changing the culture at Blanchard since 2011. He came over from Class 6A Del City. Great guy, was a great quarterback at East Central University. But, you know, the common opponents, Todd, of course, Tuttle's undefeated. Blanchard loses to Cushing 22-7, and Tuttle handily handled Cushing. So this is going to be a tough spot for Blanchard or any team visiting on this turf.
Blanchard certainly is going to have an uphill climb tonight, especially without their outstanding 5'11", 170-pound sophomore quarterback Carson Cooksey. He was injured last week. He is in street clothes on crutches. It looks to be a right ankle or right foot injury. He has thrown for 1,900 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions this season while completing 62% of his passes. On the offensive side of the ball for Tuttle, it's Mason Dennis that will get the start at quarterback, a 6'1", 185-pound junior, and he will hand it to a very good running back by the name of Cannon West. West is 118 yards away from becoming a 1,000-yard rusher. Of course, their other in the two-headed monster running back category is out, Tyler Woodson. Woodson has carried 72 times for 345 yards in just 4 games this year. Tuttle is deep. They like to pound the ball. They like to be physical. They also will spread the field, and they will challenge a Blanchard defense that honestly, one dog, when you read the preseason notes about Jeff Craig's defense, that was the area where he was the most concerned. Only 6 starters coming back this year from last year's really good football team at Blanchard, and only 2 of those 6 starters were on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, but one thing about Jeff Craig, he knows his athletes. He knows where the athletes are, and he's going to get the best athletes on the field regardless of how thin or his depth is.
Tuttle has won the coin toss. They have deferred. Blanchard will receive, and Tuttle will defend the goal at the north end. So that's the coin toss here tonight, as you can see on your screen from Bill Hinkle Field and Tiger Stadium here in Tuttle. These two schools are separated by less than 20 miles. The last 10 games have made this certainly a definite rivalry. It's 5-5. The Lions shocked Tuttle last year, winning 7-0. In that beating, it was the first shutout of a Tuttle Tiger team by Blanchard since 1979. Blanchard, we were talking about their defense. They gave up 41 points to Noble in the first game of the season. Since then, they've only allowed 20 or more points one time, and that was the aforementioned 27-13 loss to then top-ranked Cushing on the road a couple of weeks ago. Jeff Craig, as one dog alluded to, has done a remarkable job at Blanchard. This program has tradition, but it was really on the downside when Jeff Craig took it over, and now they have become one of the better programs, first in 3A and now in Class 4A. We'll step aside for these messages, be back with the opening kickoff. It's Blanchard and Tuttle tonight on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
At Bellamy & Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Nothing like a crisp fall evening in early November for high school football, and this is as good as it gets. Number 1, Tuttle, according to the Associated Press and the Oklahoman, against number 10, arch rival Blanchard. The Lions are ranked 10th according to the AP. They are unranked by the Oklahoman. The Oklahoman has Tuttle about a 2-touchdown favorite of this one here tonight at Bill Hinkle Field and Tiger Stadium. Just a beautiful facility, Scott. Our first ever trip here to Tuttle as far as Squirtle is concerned to do a high school football game. In fact, I was trying to think. I think it's been about 1996 or 7 the last time I was even in this town, and that was doing a regional high school basketball tournament next door. So a lot has changed since then, and this team, this program is certainly one of the best at any level, most successful programs in the state of Oklahoma.
You know, it's got that hometown feel. Obviously, Tuttle is a smaller town, but growing. You know, it spreads all the way up Highway 37 east into Newcastle, but Tiger Stadium is right on Highway 37. You just look to the right, and every time you drive by, you just see this beautiful turf and just a nice, you know, the hometown crowds here, just a great atmosphere.
Connor Wong is the place kicker, 6 foot, 190 pounds, and a senior. He has placed the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. He will kick it away from right to left on your screen. That is south to north here at Bill Hinkle Field and Tiger Stadium. Tuttle in the light gold tops, maroon numerals over white bottoms and maroon helmets. Tuttle, as you can see, in the red and white tops, white bottoms, and the white helmets. Here we go, first 12 minutes of football before a capacity crowd here at Bill Hinkle Field is ready to commence on this football Friday night, week 10, with playoff implications across the state on the line tonight. For some, the dream will live on. For others, that dream will die tonight here in the final week of the regular season. Both of these teams know that they will play on to week 11 next week in the Oklahoma State High School football playoffs. Deep to receive for Blanchard is going to be Jackson Lamanick and Lincoln Smith. There is a drone that is in the north end zone, and so that's the reason that the officials have delayed the start of this ball game. Last 10 meetings, 5-5, both Tuttle and Blanchard. Last year, the Lions in Blanchard shocked Tuttle 7-0. The Tigers ended up well short of their end-of-the-year goal last fall. The drone now is shooting across the nighttime sky, basically just above the east bleachers, and now is headed out into the parking lot. We should be ready to go.
That's some good speed on that drone there.
You do this long enough, you see everything. It's the first time I've ever seen the game delayed by a drone. All right, here we go. Connor Wong, as the faithful here in Tuttle stand and urge on their beloved Tigers. Final game of the regular season in Oklahoma high school football, and the kick is a short one. It's going to be returned from the 16-yard line, running left. Now in a reverse, they hand it off, and coming to the near side is Lincoln Smith. Down the boundary, he's to the 40, to the 30. He's going to go all the way. Smith walks in for the touchdown, and a flag comes in after the touchdown, and it may be either taunting or unsportsmanlike conduct. 86 yards on the kickoff return by Lincoln Smith.
What an absolute perfectly designed kickoff return by Jeff Craig. Smith, one of the faster players on the team, is the last to come across the middle of the field with the pitch and up the right sideline. Perfect seal on all the blocking, no tacklers whatsoever all the way.
An unbelievable block on the near side, about 3 of them. I mean, he could have run 200 yards. There was not a Tiger in pursuit, and we're still awaiting the indication. They have yet to put the points up on the board, but the touchdown should stand. The flag was thrown as he was heading to the end zone. And here is the white cap. It is unsportsmanlike conduct against Tuttle, so the touchdown is good. So they will assess that on the kickoff, and I didn't read that one. I thought maybe there was a little bit of extracurricular celebratory action going on, and that might be the reason for the flag.
Yeah, I think that's what that was. Before the touchdown was scored, a little over celebration taunting.
Anthony Trong on for the point after try. It's a line drive kick, and it splits the uprights. We have played 12 seconds in week 10. A shocker, 10th-ranked Blanchard off to a 7-0 lead. We're back after these messages on the Squirrel Game of the Week.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
12 seconds into the ball game. Blanchard, a heavy underdog to top-ranked and 4A favorite Tuttle. Uses a little trickeration on the opening kickoff, 86 yards on the reverse, and it was Lincoln Smith to the house for 6, 7-0. One dog, that's the way to offset having to play this game without your best quarterback.
And having great momentum to start the game. I don't know, Tuttle being undefeated, if that's just going to make them mad. I bet you they would onside kick if there wasn't for that penalty the way back on the 25.
It was unsportsmanlike conduct against Blanchard. They signaled it against Tuttle, so they kick off for the 25. And this is a short end-over-end kick. Outstanding starting field position. It's a return for the 37, middle of the field to the 40, banging his way inside territory of Blanchard. On the return that time was Chance Cobb, and he's finally tackled near the 46-yard line of the Lions.
Well, it's a shame because Blanchard gets this perfect start to the contest. And now with that penalty, starting on Blanchard's 46-yard line, nice return by Chance Cobb on that short kick. He just went right up the right hash.
Here comes Mason Dennis, the 6'1", 185-pound junior. He is a 4-year starter here at Tuttle. Fakes the handoff. No, he does. He hands it off to West going right, and West is tackled at the 45. He'll gain 1. Mason Dennis is actually not a 4-year starter. He's the 4th starter in 4 years at quarterback for Tuttle. Gain of 1 for Cannon West, 2nd down and 9.
Good gang tackling by Blanchard there. Among them, senior Ben Farrell to stop that on the right side.
11:15 to play, first quarter. Tuttle's offensive line tackle to tackle averages 242 pounds per man. They hand it again to West, running in the middle of the line. Now circles back, and they have him corralled back at the original line of scrimmage of the 45. And that play was diagnosed perfectly again by Ben Farrell, the strong side outside linebacker.
Yeah, Farrell was on the left side of the defense on play 1 on 2nd down. He's over here near the right side on the, look, almost playing right defensive end, probably outside linebacker, as you say. Got his arms wrapped around the ball carrier, waited for help.
Jeff Craig could not have drawn up a better start aside from the short kickoff that gave Tuttle starting field position to the 46. They remain there on 3rd down and 10. They'll split the backs to each side. McAdoo is in the backfield along with West. They fake the handoff. Dennis now throws one left side. The ball is caught and dropped by Brady McAdoo. He had it hit his hands, and as he tried to spin away, he dropped it. And now a decision time for Blanchard and their Tuttle and their head coach, Brad Ballard. Looks like they're going to punt the football away, having it at the 46.
Yeah, Gabe Barris got a fingertip on that football. Otherwise, that had 6 points written all over it.
Well, I say they're going to punt. Although Mason Dennis is the punter, so he will stay out there, and a timeout called by Blanchard. With 10:24 to play here in the first quarter, it is 7-0. If you're just joining, an 86-yard kickoff return by the Lions have staked into this early lead. So Blanchard has to make sure that they have all their ducks in order here, Scott, because the quarterback, Dennis, certainly has a chance to fake it on 4th down, but he also is the punter, and he's been a good one, averaging over 36 yards on just 7 punts this season.
Yeah, if there's any time that you're going to go for it on 4th and 10, it's when you're in your opponent's territory. So sometimes a lot of coaches like to do that because a punt a lot of times goes in the end zone and comes way back, so you don't really gain a lot of field position.
On 3rd downs coming into this matchup, the Tuttle Tigers were 49%. The opponents were under 29%. It's 7-0 Blanchard, despite the fact the Lions have yet to snap a play offensively. Tuttle is in an offensive formation. They have Cannon West lined up as the wing back to the near side. 3 receivers this way and 1 split wide right. And again, Dennis is the punter if he elects to punt it. And he does, gets a left foot into it to the near side. Good punt, hits at the 10, but took a big skip and goes into the end zone. So it's a 46-yard punt with a net of 26. And it's 1st down and 10 for Blanchard as we see the Lions in offense for the first time.
I think that's what Coach Ballard and the special teams of Tuttle was worried about. Maybe we kick it in and don't get that much field position back if the ball goes through the end zone. That's exactly what happened.
10:18 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 Lions over the Tigers, the 4A favorite to win it all here in 2021. The quarterback is Bryson Frazier, a junior. He's an adequate backup for Carson Cooksey, who misses this start. They motion a man to the far side. Now they're going to hand it on a jet sweep to Jackson Laminack, and he has nowhere to go. Laminack is going to be dropped for a loss back inside the 20, around the 17-yard line. This defense from Tuttle is as good as you're going to find, really, from maybe 5A or 4A, certainly on down in Oklahoma high school football.
Great job going down the line of scrimmage. Jake Tucker, among others. No chance to turn the corner there for Blanchard.
Tuttle this season is allowing on 3rd downs less than 29%. Rushing yards against the Tuttle defense, just 58 yards per game by the opposition. They have recorded 21 sacks through 9 weeks. Single setback, and they'll throw it out in the flat. Ball is caught behind the line of scrimmage, but a great open field tackle. Boy, the speed on that defense. Zach Garrett was the single setback, and as soon as he caught it, he was buried in his tracks.
Yeah, you talk about speed, Todd. There, Blanchard's going to have to go vertical in this offense because Tuttle can cover from sideline to sideline, no turning the corners.
This series, it's netted -10 of offense. The first offensive drive of the night for Blanchard. They started their own 20 on a touchback. It's now 3rd and 20 at the 10-yard line. Under 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. You see on the lower right, left side of your scoreboard screen, it's 7-0 Blanchard on an 86-yard kickoff return by Lincoln Smith. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers left and 1 right. And as they get set to snap the football, we get a whistle. And I don't see any flags. Yeah, there was a flag. It's a delay of game against the Lions.
Well, the punt really worked out well for Tuttle right here, pinning Blanchard inside the 5-yard line or just right thereabouts.
3rd and 25 back at the 5, and now you have to be very, very careful with a young quarterback, Bryson Frazier, out there making the start. They'll hand it off on an inside handoff, and not much running room at all as you'll get to the 10. And that was Zach Garrett again. He gets 5, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 20 at the 10-yard line with just over 8 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, Garrett getting just a little enough breathing room for the punter so he doesn't have to be underneath his own goalposts on the draw play.
Kobe Madrun is the punter for Blanchard. 2 punts this year, and now he fumbles the snap. He's going to be forced to pick it up and run. He's in trouble, and he's going to be tackled inside the 5-yard line. So Madrun, with a costly mistake, fumbles the snap. I think he maybe had happy feet right there, knowing Tuttle was going to pressure him, and now it's a point-blank scoring opportunity for the Tigers.
Well, Tuttle played that perfectly, even though that punt went into the end zone. Outstanding defense, spreading the sideline to sideline, 1 play to the left sideline, 1 to the right, and Blanchard could go nowhere.
7:58 to play here in the first quarter. Tuttle 5 yards away from the equalizer. They give it straight ahead to Cannon West, and he is in for the touchdown. So Cannon West with his 22nd rushing touchdown of the year. And we're an extra point away from a fresh start to this one with 7:54 to play in the quarter.
Yeah, West just running north and south. A nice kick-out block. He went to the right of the center. Kick-out block by C.J. Connor.
How good has Tuttle's offense been this year? Well, Wong about to attempt his 48th point after try of the year. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is on the way, and it is good just inside the right upright. So Wong gets that one home. It's just over 89% on point after tries this season. 7:54 to play, first quarter in Tuttle. The Tigers and the Lions, oh my, tied at 7 on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities, because we're in your communities, with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely, with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games, so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
One team has snapped it just 3 times but have 7 points. The other team has snapped it 4 times and started one drive point blank range at the 5, and we're tied at 7. Kind of an odd start of this fall chilly evening here in Grady County, Oklahoma. Long will kick the ball off, a squib kick straight up the middle of the field. A big hop. It's returned for the 17 to the 20, middle of the field 25, past the 30, and he spun down to the 35-yard line. So a good return by Jackson Lamanek, who is their best kickoff returner, averaging just under 23 in 10 returns coming in. His longest has been 78. In fact, they've had 2 kickoff returns, one for 78, the other for 80 this year. And neither before the 86-yarder to start this game went for a touchdown.
Tuttle wanted to kick that squib kick, didn't want them to have any chance for Blanchard to do another reverse like that.
7:49 to play, first quarter. They'll take to the air. They throw it out left. Ball is caught by Laminack, and he doesn't have much of anywhere to go. He'll pick up 4, and he's hit out of bounds out of the Lion bench at the 40-yard line.
Good pass protection by the Lions. Now, that's the third play that Blanchard went to the sideline. That might be the only way you can turn the corner, is a long out pattern there.
Offensive line for Blanchard averages just 219 pounds. So physically, both on the offensive and defensive line, the Tigers have a huge size advantage in this matchup with arch rival Blanchard. 2nd and 6, Lions at their own 40. Back to the ground game as they'll hand it off to Zach Garrett. And Garrett is hit right at the point of attack and driven backwards.
Harley Andrews with a power tackle. He gets in the backfield, big spin and a body spike to the turf there.
See why, again, coming into this ball game, Tuttle's defense has been so stingy on the ground, allowing just a total of 522 net yards through 9 weeks, an average of 58 yards per start. 3rd down and 6. Lions need to get to the 46 of their own end of the field. For their first down of the night, we're tied at 7. We're 5 minutes into the opening quarter. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 split to the short left. That's in the slot. Back to throw again is Frazier. Here comes the pressure. Now he's going to move left. He's going to tuck it and run. Frazier gets free of initial contact, and then look at the gang tackling. Looked like he might get to the 46, and all of a sudden he was swarmed under at the 44. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 2.
Yeah, you could tell already early on in this game, Tuttle sideline to sideline. You're going to have to run north and south against them. Once again, Harley Andrews, 6'4", 245, up on the line fighting to get in, but it was actually good blocking by Landon Urack.
Ladrun, who fumbled the snap on the first punt attempt tonight, is back in punt formation, but this one goes over his head. He's going to have to hustle back to the 15. He's in trouble, spins away from one defender, running left, and he's going to be tackled inside the 15-yard line. Well, special teams, one dog, got the night off to a good start for Blanchard. Now it has been just self-destruction the last 2 times back to punt. That one for minus 30 loss.
Yeah, Jake Tucker gets credit for the tackle for the Tigers. You're exactly right. Outstanding special teams, a great thing that Jeff Craig and the Blanchard Lions were practicing the whole time, that reverse kickoff. But there's something, some kind of miscommunication or just the problem with the long snapper.
Point blank range again at the 14. So the last 2 Tuttle drives have started inside the red zone, and all 3 for the Tigers tonight have started to Blanchard's end of the field. Out of the Wildcat, it is Cannon West running left, not much doing. West will get to the 12. He'll pick up 2. 2nd down upcoming with under 6 minutes now to play here in the first quarter.
Good job by Caden Wright. He was one of the Blanchard Lions to lead the point of attack to slow down that run.
Big senior class. One of those honored before the ball game was Caden West for Tuttle. West is in a pistol formation behind Mason Dennis from the 12-yard line. 2nd and 8. Sweeping left is West. Breaking tackles. Still going as he keeps those big legs moving. And Cannon West gets down to the 5. And now flags come in late at the end of the play. You can bet that probably won't be the first and last time that we see that tonight. Some extracurricular activity between these 2 teams.
Like the blocking scheme by Brad Ballard there, all the linemen, even the right side of the line, all shift a couple spots to the left and have all the momentum going to the left.
Dead ball, personal foul against Tuttle. The run ended at the 6, so the line of scrimmage will be back now at the 21-yard line after the 15-yard penalty is assessed. 5:33 to play here in the first quarter. The numbers on Cannon West, 143 carries coming in. He needed 118 for 1,000. He now has reached pay dirt for a 22nd time. His longest run has been 53. His longest play through the pass game has been 20. He has 6 receptions of the season, so Cannon West is the ultimate weapon in the backfield. Good size, 5'9", 195. The line of scrimmage back at the 21. That will bring up 2nd down and 17 for Tuttle. Pistol formation, wide receivers left and right. Dennis back to throw, pocket holds, throws deep over the middle, and nobody is home. As he was looking for the tight end, Tyler McCarthy, 6'7", 240 pounds, and a senior. They used McCarthy a lot. He's had 11 catches and a touchdown this year, and yardage totaling nearly 150.
McCarthy was double covered that time, bracketed by Jackson Laminack and Gabe Barris.
Nathan Ross comes into the lineup. Mason Stokes returns for Tuttle. Tigers need to get to the 4-yard line of Blanchard to keep a touchdown hopeful drive going. Right now, this would be a 38-yard field goal for Wong if they don't pick up another yard. 3rd and 17 of the 21. Fake handoff. Dennis drops. He lofts one over the middle, looking in traffic, and the ball is intercepted to the end zone. Correction, it was broken up. So I had missed one because of the dead ball. That was 4th and 17. So how about Blanchard's defense right there, stiffening after that drive started at the 14.
Yeah, looking for Brayson Carter there on a big high. Well, that was Brayson Carter on defense. Harley Andrews back in the end zone.
1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. It is a beautiful evening, but one certainly that is very, very chilly. Fortunately, not a breath of wind here in Tuttle. One back set is Zach Garrett. Back to throw is Frazier. Throws it out right. The ball is caught, but for very little gain, as Gabe Barris was on the receiving end of that throw. He manages 6 up to the 26-yard line.
Dylan Ballard, the left cornerback for Tuttle. Both cornerbacks are letting that little play go for about 4 or 5 yards. If Tuttle wants to, they can put the screws on them and come up a little bit, but right now they're letting Blanchard have that.
Team high 26th reception this year for the senior wide receiver Gabe Barris, 5'11", 175, 350 yards receiving, now 26 catches and 4 touchdowns. Longest game of the night is 6. Dennis to throw again. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he has the 1st down. Across the 30 and spun down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 6, 1st down, number 1 on offense for the Lions.
Both teams on defense are using 3-man fronts. Dennis recognizes that. So if he just finds one gap, if there's not a linebacker on one of those gaps of that 3-man front, it's pretty easy to run a quarterback draw either team.
Under 5 minutes now to play here with the opening quarter. 7-7 our score. Tuttle has dominated this game from a field position standpoint, but have just 1 touchdown. Blanchard has just picked up their first offensive 1st down despite a kickoff return to start the ball game. Out of the gun is Frazier. He runs left, spins. Frazier still on his feet, still going. He's across the 30 and finally wrestled down at the 33-yard line. He manages about 1.5 yards, Scott, but that was a pretty good run by the junior Bryson Frazier.
Yeah, but once again, you're going sideline to sideline, and Tuttle is 100% stopping that. They might give up 1 yard or 2, but that's the max.
You know they want to establish the run with their starter at quarterback Cooksey out, but you're going to have to assault them, I think, through the air at some point. Frazier is 20 of 35 passing for 57% and just under 250 yards coming in. 2nd down and 9 at the 33. They throw a lateral to Laminack in the backfield. Dodges one defender. Look at Jackson go across the 35, and he's up to the 38-yard line. A catch and run of 5 brings up 3rd down and short, and that was all Jackson Laminack.
Lincoln Smith was blocking before the ball was in the air back behind the line of scrimmage. That allowed the ball carrier to get upfield.
Lincoln Smith is a playmaker. We've already seen him with some trickeration take the opening kickoff 86 yards. It was 7-0 Blanchard. We're tied at 7 late 1st quarter from Tuttle. 3rd down and 4. Lions at the 38. They fake the handoff. Frazier is slaying over the middle. The ball is caught, and that should be enough for a 1st down. Lincoln Smith, we just talked about him on the block the previous play, makes the catch right at the 1st down marker.
Lincoln Smith out of the slot. He did a good job of running that pattern on the slant where he didn't go too fast to outrun to find the hole in that zone. Great job by Frazier as well. He waited and waited until he had an open passing lane just over his own offensive lineman.
Lincoln Smith has a kickoff return tonight. The last 2 years, 20 and 21 combined, he has 14 receiving touchdowns. 1st and 10, the ball just shy of the 43 for Blanchard with 3:05 to play here in the first quarter. One back set, back to throw again is Frazier. Pocket holds, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Lincoln Smith, and it should have been intercepted as Chance Cobb had nothing but wide open field if he holds on to that, and it hit him right between the 1 and the 3.
Yeah, I think Chance Cobb was not expecting that. He thought that was going to go to the receiver, right through the hands and right in the breadbasket. Very easy interception missed.
Tigers nearly had their 15th interception of the year. They've also recovered 6 fumbles. This is a very, very opportunistic defense. 2nd and 10, Lions at their own 43-yard line. Frazier, quick snap, throws left, ball caught by Barris, dragging a defender with him. He gets to the midfield stripe. That defender that went for a free ride was Dylan Ballard, the left corner.
Blanchard picking apart the sidelines, those little 5-yard outs and stuff with Barris. I think that play was open because they went up the middle of the field, but really risked an interception on that play.
2:26 in county to play first quarter. Todd Miller, Scott Wanich, and the crew with you here from Bill Hinkle Field at Tiger Stadium. Squirtle's first ever visit to this facility. A 4-wide receiver set with Garrett the single setback on 3rd down and 3. They fake the handoff. Here comes the pressure. Frazier's going to take off and run. Has a first down, and then that closes quickly as Cannon West tripped him up right at the first down marker and maybe a yard beyond at the 49-yard line. It's a good decision by Bryson Frazier.
Yeah, Bryson Frazier did a great job. The pass rush, it was a jailbreak. Tuttle getting in the backfield. He let the pass rush go by and then takes off.
Bryson Frazier's off to a good start, and I like what they're doing, Scott, with a lot of short to intermediate passes for the youngster. He's hit on 6 of his first 7 passes tonight. First down, number 3 of this drive for Blanchard. It has taken almost 4 minutes of this first quarter clock. They sweep right. Coming to the near side, Zach Garrett hit at the 45 of Tuttle. That will get him a yard of 1 and bring up 2nd down and long. We're under 90 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Had a nice block by Hayden Bowles, the running back, but still just 1 yard. Against Tuttle, as fast and big and strong as they are, going sideline to sideline, there's nothing going that way.
Zach Garrett tonight going over 100 carries on the season, 99 carries through 9 weeks, 389 yards and 3 scores. He also has 10 receptions. Of his 389 rushing yards, 296 of those have come in district play. 2nd down and 9 to the 45-yard line. Hand off to Hayden Bowles, who's out there, and Bowles falls forward for a gain of 2 to the 43-yard line, so it's going to bring up 3rd down again. On 3rd down of this drive, Blanchard is 2 for 2. Tonight, against the vaunted Tiger 3rd down defense, they have converted 50% of their tries to a 4.
Senior Gunnar Kerr among the first tacklers at the point of attack.
3rd down and 7 to the 43-yard line. We're approaching a half minute to go here in the first quarter. Football Friday night from Tuttle, number 1 and number 10 according to the Associated Press in Oklahoma 4A high school football. Motion man to the far side, Lincoln Smith, and they moved. Looked like Bowles may have jumped prematurely. So a false start against Blanchard. Now we'll put the ball back at the 48-yard line of the Tigers end of the field. Bring up 3rd down and 12. 3rd penalty of the night for Blanchard, totaling 24 yards.
Well, you got Tyler Mitchell, 6 foot 230, power and speed. Harley Andrews, 6'4", 245, power and speed right there on the center and on the right tight end.
10 seconds to go in the quarter. They don't have to snap it if they choose not to. Frazier is looking over to Jeff Craig on the east side of the stadium, and Blanchard will settle for a 7-7 tie going to quarter number 2. 12 minutes in the books in a key 4A District 2 matchup. Number 1 and number 10, Tuttle and Blanchard tied at 7 on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Did you know that we could see you without a doctor's referral for up to 30 days? Most insurances allow you to save the time and money required to get a referral by utilizing your direct access benefit to your preferred therapy provider, H2 Health. When you're in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait to get to the root of your problem. Schedule your evaluation with one of our licensed therapists today and start your healing process. Call to verify your benefits and get you back to your life. The quicker you get help, the quicker you get back to doing the things that you love.
Ready for the second 12-minute quarter here from Bill Hinkle Field at Tiger Stadium. Todd Miller, Bryce Miller, Lindsey Miller, and some oddball named Scott Wanish doing the game here tonight. 3 Millers and 1 Wandog, bringing the broadcast a good first quarter, 7-7. We'll start quarter number 2 with Tuttle trying to defend a Blanchard 3rd and 12 from the Tigers' 48-yard line. Empty backfield, a 3-by-2 look. Back to throw is Frazier. Here comes the pressure. He eludes the sack. Running right, and he's going to be wrapped up by Tyler Mitchell and dropped. He manages to get a yard to the 47. But, boy, they came with a jailhouse break looking for their 22nd sack of the year, and only the magic feet of Bryson Frazier avoided that sack.
Outstanding play by Tyler Mitchell, because Frazier, once again, the pass rush, the jailbreak comes in. Tuttle in the 3-3, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, rest defensive backs. He looks like he got past the rush, but Mitchell got a hold of the jersey and kept him from the big gain.
Kobe Madrun is back to punt. Let's see if this one goes better. It's a high snap. Fortunately for Blanchard, there was no pressure. It's a high kick. Calling for a fair catch is Major Sharp. He gets away from it, and then it takes a Tiger bounce. It hit near the 10 and bounds all the way back up to the 19-yard line. A 33-yard punt for Madrun, his first attempt of the night. And at a 7-7 game with Aces Wild, 1:11 to play in the first half. Tigers will take over with their worst starting field position of the night.
Yeah, the kick returner, he was playing with fire a little bit. That ball signaled for the fair catch, and at the very last second got away from it. It's a good thing it took a bounce away from him.
Mason Dittus begins his 3rd drive of the night. Hands it off, sweeping left, Cannon West, and the Lions defense has been good on the ground attack tonight. West will settle for 3 to the 22.
I tell you, this bodes well for an upset for Blanchard. That was great on the initial kickoff return for a score. And now Tuttle is just having a tough time with the Lions. That's why anytime you have a rivalry game, even though one team may be favored by a couple TDs, you have so much emotion in it, and you're letting the Lions hang around. Tuttle needs to hit a big play.
Tuttle, a physical ground and pound team. They average almost 122 a game through the air, but over 234 yards per game on the ground. They again hand it off to West. Big hole up the middle this time, and he's into the secondary and tackled to the 33-yard line on a first down carry.
Part of that reason why that play was successful, C.J. Connor with the kick-out block. The running back just goes inside Connor and right up the field.
First down and 10 for Tuttle at the 32-yard line, so it's a gain of 10. And we're approaching 10 minutes to play here in the first half. 7-7, you see the score on your screen. Game 1 of 2 Squirtle games of the week. The other Fairview Moreland tonight on our sister stations. Handoff goes to West, coming left, tackled as he turns the corner at the right end and manages to get to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 11 and another Tiger first down.
C.J. Connor again with the lead block. He slowed up Gary James on the inside where James could not get outside right away.
6 carries, 31 yards now tonight for Cannon West, the senior tailback. So in 3 plays, Tuttle has moved upfield for their own 19 to the 43. They go with a full look at the backfield, a diamond look. Handed off to West, runs over a defender, and then Cannon finally is tackled at the 48-yard line. A hard-fought 5 yards. He ran over one of the defenders, and I think that defender might have been Caden Wright, the strong inside linebacker for the Lions. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst in Fairview. Fairview Moreland for supremacy in Class A District 1. Drew Baker has hosted our Squirtle Pay Dirt going on tonight on the Squirtle app or Squirtle.com. Second down and 5 of the 48. Another diamond formation now out of the Wildcat, it's Cannon West, breaks tackles, has a first down as he was stood up at the 49, and then he squirts out and gets all the way to the 40-yard line at Blanchard. 12 yards on the run, and man, he did most of that himself.
Cannon West put his left shoulder right between the 6 and the 7 of his offensive lineman, Braden Bliss, bounced off of him, and then just kept on running forward to the south end zone.
Winner of this game certainly wins the district if it's Tuttle. Blanchard could avoid playing the district champion of Class 4A District 1 with the win. West gets the handoff again, patiently filling his blockers inside the 30. West a first down carry to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more, and boy, the patience by Cannon West as he just waited for something to open up on the near side.
Yeah, you talk about patience by West. He followed blocker Connor Kerr right up the middle.
Well, they found something with this new look. Again, West gets the handoff and is tripped up at the 24-yard line. And on the stop defensively was Jared Bewley. There was a flag thrown back behind the play, so more than likely the infraction is going to be against Tuttle. They have really good rhythm, Scott, since they've gone to that diamond package, and it's an illegal substitution instead against Blanchard.
Yeah, it's all power football for Tiger, taking a lot of time off the clock. 8:18 left before intermission, 7-7 Tuttle and Blanchard.
Well, you have them 2nd and 10, but the infraction makes it 1st and 5 at the 20-yard line. Full diamond look. West gets the handoff from Dennis, running right, cuts left at the 15. Still digging for yardage to the 10-yard line. First down and goal to go for the Tigers with 8:06 to play here in the first half.
Dalton Barcher for Blanchard was in the backfield, but Cannon West just did one juke to the left and kicked outside, outran the defender with ease.
8th play of the drive for Tuttle. 10 carries, now 72 yards for West. Tuttle is yet to go to 3rd down. They've only gone to 2nd down twice. They are winning 1st down of this series. Dennis hands it again to West, coming right. Tripped up inside the 10. Caden Wright was the first to get there. He was finished off by Ben Farrell. They will give him a yard gain to the 9, 2nd and goal to go. With an air letter on the board, 7:27 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, Ben Farrell, he wasn't going to let anybody get into the end zone on that one. Up on top of the running back.
The blockers in the backfield, C.J. Connor and Gunnar Kerr, both fullbacks. In the diamond, handed again to West. West banging his way behind right guard. Manages to get to the 6. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal to go from there. They went right behind Braden Bliss, the 5'9", 230-pound senior at guard. Up front, 4 seniors and a sophomore start on the offensive line for Brad Baller's ball club.
One thing that Tuttle's doing on all these runs, the splits are very tight, very narrow. All linemen are very close to each other. Somebody from Blanchard's got to cut a wedge.
3rd down and goal to go from the 6. Fake the handoff, lob it to the end zone. It's intercepted. Right back from the 5 to the 10, cuts right to the 15. It's Lincoln Smith, and he's off to the races. Lincoln Smith is gone. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. A 99-yard return by Lincoln Smith to go along with an 86-yard kickoff return.
You talk about flying. Lincoln Smith can fly. And that's one of those plays, Todd, kind of like the Super Bowl. Everybody said, why not give it to Marshawn Lynch? You went all the way up the field, and then you throw the interception at the goal line.
5th interception for Mason Dennis. A little surprised, Scott, that they elected to put the ball in the air because West had just dominated that series offensively for the Tigers.
Oh, you're no doubt, Todd. I was surprised. They had those tight splits, look like a run formation. Sometimes it's good to pass, but when you're right down there inside the 5-yard line, it looked like they're going to power through the lines.
Here's Anthony Terang, who just converted inside the right upright his last time up. 13-7 as we approach the midway point of the first half here at Bill Hinkle Field in Tiger Stadium in Tuttle. Snap coming back, it's high, they get it down. Terang's kick is on the way, and it is no good. I'm going to tell you, they're going to have to do something at halftime about the deep snapper. They have had horrible snaps tonight. It's resulted in 2 point-blank possessions. Fortunately, if you're a Lions fan, only one of those converted by Tuttle.
That's correct. This game could be 14-0 in favor of the Lions, except for deep snap mishaps. because
we'll step aside for these messages. 13-7 Blanchard. 6.5 to go. First half of the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide
99-yard interception return on what was 3rd and goal to go for Tuttle with the 6. They were that close to having their first advantage of the night. They trailed 13-7. 6.5 to play before halftime. Anthony Terang with a high onside kick to the far side. It's fumbled to the 30 and dove on there by Noah McDoulet. And that almost disastrous for Tuttle.
Well, they picked the right guy to kick it to. Noah McDoulet was signaling for a fair catch, and he had time to run. He could have returned that and dropped that football.
1st and 10, Tigers at the 30-yard line. That last drive took up over 5 minutes. And again, they only went to 2nd down 3 times, 3rd down once, and then that's when disaster struck. Lincoln Smith jumped the route and then went 99 yards back the other way for the go-ahead score. Single setback is West. They hand it to Cannon straight ahead. He spun down, hit hard at the 36-yard line. Good tackle by Gabe Barris.
Yeah, Barris dove in there on West, down just below his knees, and tripped up the running back who's hitting the hole hard.
You know, give Blanchard's defense some credit, Scott, because there's been about 3 times in the last 2 drives it looked like that West was headed for a 20-yard run or longer. There was another one that closed quickly.
Yeah, good speed in the secondary for the Lions. Lincoln Smith especially, and some of these guys are getting to the ball carrier.
And off to McAdoo, and he is hit and tackled by Lincoln Smith, who took his legs out from underneath him at the 38-yard line. So a gain of 2 brings up 3rd down and short as Cannon West finally gets a break from carrying the football. Blake Stewart now is coming to the ball game.
Right when we're talking about Lincoln Smith, a 5'10", 140-pound cornerback and wide receiver, outstanding kick returner. Same thing that the Lions can't run sideline to sideline against Tuttle. You can't go on the cornerback, Lincoln Smith, sideways.
One blocker in the backfield. Out of the gun, it is Cannon West. It's a wildcat formation. West from the 38 gets close to the 40. Yards short of the first down yardage. It's going to bring up 4th down. And let's see now if Brad Ballard will keep the offense out there. I think you do, because you've really controlled things with the ground game to this point.
Yeah. Hayden Bowles, defensive back for the Lions, is not going to get credit for that tackle. But off the stat sheet, he plugged up that hole for a teammate to stop that run.
Trey Spencer comes off to the far side along the defensive front. 3-man front on 4th and a yard with the Wildcat again. Cannon West checks out of the play. He has both fullbacks, Kerr and Connor, lined up to his right, and now the Tigers want to talk about it. We'll step aside as well. 4:32 to play before the break. 13-7 Blanchard on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
This season on 4th down tries, Brad Ballard's club is 44%. They converted 7 4th down conversions this year. 4th and a yard, Tuttle at their own 40-yard line. Just over 4.5 to play in the first half. 13-7 Blanchard on an 86-yard kickoff return and a 99-yard pick 6 interception. Both teams lined up, ready to go. And now we are ready for play. West is lined up, wing left. It's an empty backfield for Dennis, and he's going to punt it away. Nobody is back for Blanchard. It hits at the 31, turns over, and Dennis is going to get a decent roll out of this at the 22-yard line. Little surprised they punted. It's probably the right call, but the way you've run the football in the first half, you'd think they could have gotten a yard.
It was 4th and less than a yard. I was expecting Tuttle to go after the nose tackle right there and just run off of it with those tight splits. Camden Smith is the nose tackle for Blanchard, and there's big gap with that 3-man down front. You can get less than a yard before the linebackers get up there.
You know why you do it? Because you've got a great defense. You force another 3 and out, you're going to get good starting field position again. 37-yard punt that time by Dennis puts Blanchard back at the 22-yard line.
And 2 timeouts left for Tuttle with 4:20.
2 receivers left and right. Ball on the right side hash. 3-man defensive front for Tuttle. They showed some pressure up the middle with C.J. Connor. Now they motion a man to the near side, and the play clock expired.
That's the second time Blanchard's had a delay of game. Tuttle went a little bit late, was doing some audible, had to use a timeout to avoid that penalty earlier.
It is hard enough to get 10 in 3 downs against this Tiger defense, but when you put yourself behind the chains because of a delay of game penalty, now it's 1st and 15 back at the 17. The task becomes that much more difficult. 5th penalty tonight against the Lions for 34.
Yeah, and that 3rd down lineman for the Tigers is Dylan Cummings, who's 6'4", 260.
2 receivers left and right. Frazier with the play clock down to 7, motions a man to the far side. Now on a quarterback keeper, and he is in trouble. Frazier is going nowhere, and they're going to tackle him all the way back inside the 10-yard line, but forward progress gets him back to the 15.
Gunnar Kerr on top of that play. At the point of attack, Parrish Terry did a great job for Tuttle, meeting the ball carrier in the hole, helmet to helmet, pushing back the ball carrier.
Time out of the field, 4:03 to play in the first half. 2nd and 15, Tuttle back at the 17 when we return on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
.403 to play first half. Time back in. 2nd and 15 for the Lions. Empty backfield for Bryson Frazier, who drops inside the 10. Zings it over the middle. The ball is incomplete. It hit the hands of Brayson Carter. It would have been a first down catch at the 33. That's a good throw that, unfortunately, the incompleted pass goes against the quarterback.
And Major Sharp and Jake Tucker had the receiver bracketed. We're close in coverage, but as you said, Todd, that was a good pass.
If you're just joining, maybe wondering where Blanchard's sophomore signal caller is, Carson Cooksey, he is out. In fact, he's in street clothes on crutches with what looks to be a right ankle or right foot injury. We saw him out of the field before the ball game. That's a big loss. 22 touchdown passes and over 1,900 yards passing, plus nearly 150 yards rushing. 3rd down and long, back at the 15-yard line. 4 receivers to the near side. On the jet sweep, now they're going to try another reverse, and they want to throw. Jackson Laminack looking to the far side. The ball is up for grabs. It's tipped, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Major Sharp. He's hit into the far side, and Sharp is finally going to go down near the 30-yard line. The ball hit the intended receiver's hands. That was the quarterback, Bryson Frazier. It flooded up in the air, and Major Sharp was Johnny on the spot.
And there's a penalty flag on the play. I love the aggressive call by Jeff Craig. Once again, the ball hits the receiver in the hands. This time, the Tigers take advantage of it, get the interception. The receivers had a couple steps on the defensive back.
Right now, the starting field positions are at the 30 of Blanchard for Tuttle. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Tigers. I'll tell you, this is not going to make Coach Ballard and his staff very happy at all. So it will go back to the 45-yard line. And how many more opportunities can Tuttle get from a standpoint of starting field position?
Still plenty of time. 3:43 left before the break. 13-7 Blanchard on top of Tuttle. But like you said, that field position is going to hurt. The officials, that's kind of a point of emphasis this year. No taunting, no over-celebration. We've seen one on each team now.
That is interception number 15 on the season for the Tigers. They will start after the penalty at the 45-yard line with 3:43 to go here in the first quarter. This is drive number 3 that the Tigers have started in the Lions into the field. Blanchard thus far has allowed just a touchdown. 2 receivers split just off the right side of the line of scrimmage. West is in the backfield. They hand it to Cannon. Cuts left. Runs into a wall of Lions, and he manages a yard to the 44-yard line. Tell you what, that Lions defense has been really good. Lincoln Smith, surprise, surprise, the last up off the turf.
Dalton Barcher did a good job of clogging up the hole as well. He's right there. One of the down linemen looks like he's going to line up as a nose tackle again.
3:17 to go, first half, 13-7 our score. At halftime, flip over another one of the games of the family of networks here on the Squirtle Network, including Pay Dirt. Highlights from around the top 8 games in Oklahoma. Back to throw, Dennis throws off of his back foot. Ball is caught on the near side at the 40, and then he turns upfield and is out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Harley Andrews, who's not on the 2 deep this week, 6'4", 245, and a senior, snags his 5th reception and now his 8th game.
Yeah, earlier in the contest in the first quarter, they're going for Andrews for a high jump ball in the back of the end zone. That was picked off, and Andrews got a lot of size, as you mentioned.
3rd down and 3, gets 6 there. 3 blockers in the backfield out of the Wildcat. Cannon West, he has the first down inside the 35. Ran straight up the middle behind Jace Warren, the sophomore center, and advances the ball 4 yards to the 34.
Interesting play. You have a line of 3 and 3 backs right up the gut with those tight splits with the linemen. First down.
Clock rolling, 2:42, 2:41, 2:40 to play in the first half. Blanchard leading 13-7 thanks to special teams and defense. Incidentally, that was kind of a taste of the Tigers' own medicine, that defensive score. Tigers this year have 4 defensive touchdowns to their credit. In the slot to the far side, Getter Kerr. The other fullback, C.J. Connor, is to the near side. They toss it now to McAdoo, who was in the backfield along with West. And McAdoo gets to the 32-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and long.
Yeah, just over 2 minutes to play here. All these runs should set up a good pass for the Tigers, but we saw what happened on that goal line pass.
Mason Dennis is not in this offensive series. They're going out of the Wildcat now with Cannon West. West now wants to throw, has nobody home as he dumps it off incomplete. He was looking for McCarthy, but McCarthy was nowhere. I mean, not within 10 or 15 yards of that pass.
Jackson Laminack had a good chance to intercept that pass. I don't know why he threw that ball there. If you're going to throw it with no receivers, at least throw it way into the end zone.
So it's 3rd down and 8. On 3rd down tries tonight, Tuttle is 1 for 5. Coming in on 3rd down conversions, they were 49%. Dennis is back out there. He'll take the snap out of the pistol with West in the backfield. They fake the handoff. Dennis looking, throwing left, ball too high, incomplete. Looking for McCarthy again. Bowles was there in coverage, stride for stride.
Early in that was the main target there on that wheel route, but Mason Cobb, or Chance Cobb, was wide open coming with the slant in. Could have had an easy first down.
This is likely where you see Ballard and company go for it. They're too deep to kick to punt. They're way too far to kick a field goal. They need to get to the 24. It's 4th down and 8. They're 0 of 1 on 4th downs tonight. Rolling right, throwing right. Dennis near side, ball is caught. And did he drop it? He dropped it on the near side boundary. It was intended that time for Mason Stokes, and we were blocked for the student section down below who was standing. And again, Tuttle turns it over on downs, again squandering terrific field position.
You know, a really pretty good back shoulder throw by Mason Dennis. Threw it on the right sideline where only the receiver could catch it. But Mason Stokes turned around just a hair too late, made it really difficult, hit him right in the numbers and bobbled it and didn't get his feet in bounds.
1:38 to play in the first half. At the 32-yard line is where Blanchard starts this drive. And Scott, it's 4 yards short of their best starting field position of the night. That came on their second drive at the 36. They show some pressure to the Tuttles off the edge. Now they hand it off and swarmed under at the 35-yard line is Zach Garrett. He'll pick up a 3, and it's going to bring up 2nd down with 1:19 to play.
When you talk about field position, Tuttle's defense is so astute that, you know, Blanchard hadn't scored on offense. There was a kickoff return and an interception return, but they've got a chance if the receivers will hang on to the football. Some of these trick plays and reverses, they're getting some steps on the defensive secondary of Tuttle.
15 seconds of the play clock. Dylan Cummings was the end on the near side that was coming with the pressure. 2nd down and 7. And they hand it off, this time to Hayden Bowles. Look at him drag the pile, and he has a 1st down all the way to the 43-yard line. That was a quick hitter, and it picks up 8.
Bowles going bowling because that is tough to do on all that muscle that the Tuttle Tigers have on those 3 down linemen.
That's a terrific run for Bowles, who through 9 games and only carried 16 times for 64 yards. He manages to get 8 there on 2nd and 8. It's a 1st down for Blanchard. That assures, barring something silly, they're going to take a lead to the halftime locker room. Could be the final play of the second quarter. 20 seconds to play here in the quarter. Split backs to each side for Bryson Frazier, and as they snap the football, a flag and illegal procedure. Somebody moved up front for the Lions.
That was Jack Steelman, the running back on the left side. He hesitated once. The official side judge let him go the first time. Then he got an early start on the snap, and he threw the hanky.
Tigers have 1 timeout left, so really Blanchard can just go to an E if they so choose and take a 13-7 lead to the halftime locker room, or better yet, they're not going to have to snap it again. We're under 10 seconds. Play clock is at 14 at halftime in Tuttle. 4A number 10 Blanchard leads 4A number 1 Tuttle 13-7. We'll be back to recap it in a moment on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Todd Miller, Scott Wanish, Bryce Miller, the crew with you here from Bill Hinkle Field at Tiger Stadium in Tuttle. At halftime, a surprise 13-7 Blanchard leads Tuttle. Surprising when you look at the first half numbers. Tuttle has outgained Blanchard by 99 yards. The Lions have 2 touchdowns on the board, but only 2 yards of Tuttle offense.
Well, it's the Lincoln Smith show for the Blanchard Lions. Lincoln Smith, perfectly designed play, the fastest line on the team, gets set up with the double reverse, coming back, nice seal blocks, wide open up the right sidelines, 86 yards for the kickoff return touchdown, then 99 yards, the farthest you can go in the field of play. Interception return for Lincoln Smith, and once he caught it, he went back to the right side of the field, had everybody on the left side. There was nobody catching Lincoln Smith on either one of those returns.
Big story this first half, Scott, is the squandered field position by Tuttle. I mean, they go to the locker room down by 6, but probably feel like they should have at least, if not 2 more touchdowns on the board.
Well, you know, I said earlier in the broadcast, too, you move the ball right down their throat with the tight splits. The fullbacks, another lead back blocking. Sometimes they have 3 backs in the backfield, getting to the linebackers, making good gains. They move it all the way down inside the 5, and what happens? They throw a pass, and they're the fastest line right there. Lincoln Smith picks it off, goes 99 yards the other way.
The example of what I'm talking about, Tuttle started drives at the Blanchard 46, turned it over on downs at the Blanchard 14, turned it over on downs, and then started a drive in the second quarter with 3:43 to go before the break at the 45, turned it over on downs. The only scoring of the first half for the Tigers is a Cannon West 5-yard touchdown run. That's his 22nd rushing touchdown of the year. Wong with the extra point. Lincoln Smith, an 86-yard kickoff return. Trong with the extra point, and then a 99-yard interception for the touchdown. The extra point failed because of a bad snap, and that has been another story of this first half. The special teams play for the Blanchard Lions on the snap back to the punter. That led to very good starting field position twice for Tuttle in the first half. At intermission, 9-0 Tuttle trails 7-2 Blanchard in this 4A District 2 matchup, 13-7. First half numbers, 6 first downs for Tuttle, 5 for the Lions, 19 carries rushing, 94 yards for the Tigers, 14 carries minus 5 yards for the Lions. Each team with 7 passing yards. The quarterback, Dennis, for Tuttle is 1 of 8 passing. Bryson Frazier filling in for Carson Cooksey is 6 of 9 passing. Both have thrown an interception. 101 yards of Tuttle offense to 2 for Blanchard. That is our halftime recap, 13-7. The Lions on top of the Tigers. We'll step aside for this lengthy break and be back in a moment on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Did you know that we could see you without a doctor's referral for up to 30 days? Most insurances allow you to save the time and money required to get a referral by utilizing your direct access benefit to your preferred therapy provider, H2 Health. When you're in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait to get to the root of your problem. Schedule your evaluation with one of our licensed therapists today and start your healing process. Call to verify your benefits and get you back to your life. The quicker you get help, the quicker you get back to doing the things that you love.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
At Bellamy & Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities. because we're in your communities, with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games, so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and rangeland, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Did you know that we could see you without a doctor's referral for up to 30 days? Most insurances allow you to save the time and money required to get a referral by utilizing your direct access benefit to your preferred therapy provider, H2 Health. When you're in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait to get to the root of your problem. Schedule your evaluation with one of our licensed therapists today and start your healing process. Call to verify your benefits and get you back to your life. The quicker you get help, the quicker you get back to doing the things that you love.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
At Bellamy & Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Hey, he got
Back
one.
here at Bill Hinkle Field in Tigers Stadium. On the Squirtle Game of the Week, there you see on your screen, 10th-ranked Blanchard leading top-ranked and unbeaten Tuttle at the break, 13-7. Scott, it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments the teams have made in the first half. Really, from an offensive standpoint, Tuttle just needs to finish drives. I mean, they've been very, very effective, especially with their ground game and especially with Cannon West.
I think Tuttle just needs to run the ball, pound the ball, and they've done that. They've got way more yardage than what Blanchard has, and the more they run the ball, they'll get a wide open pass on some of those. But I tell you, Blanchard's secondary has a lot of speed all the way across.
In the scoring of the first half, Lincoln Smith with an 86-yard kickoff return for the touchdown. West a 5-yard score, and then the difference right now is a 99-yard interception by Lincoln Smith. The kick failed. That's the difference, 13-7. If you're Blanchard, though, you have to, man, you hate to see that 6-point difference instead of a full 7.
Well, I'm telling you, Jeff Craig's got some other stuff up their sleeve, so. And then after that big kickoff return to begin the game by Lincoln Smith, Tuttle elected to squib it away from Smith, and I think we'll see more of that to take that away. But that 99-yard interception return was so athletic. I mean, it's just such a game changer. You can really argue almost a 14-point swing where Tuttle's going in for 7, and you go 7 the other way. So.
I know this, it's good to be doing high school football in early November with the chill in the air and with playoff positioning into the line. As I mentioned in the pregame show, a lot of teams started in August, 2-a-days for some schools in the heat and humidity with dreams of making the playoffs or winning a state championship or a district title. Some of those dreams, unfortunately, come crashing down tonight here in Week 10. For others, it's just the beginning of what they hope will be a memorable run.
Yeah, the contrast in the weather. You start 2-a-days, you're doing all that working out in the weight room throughout July and June, of course, all year long nowadays. But then in August, you have those 2-a-days, and it's just absolutely brutal some days. And now it feels like we're in Lambeau Field up here, the way that wind's blowing at the top here when the sun went down.
High school football coaches will tell you this all the time. You know you've had a good season when you start when it's hot and humid and you're playing when there's snow on the ground after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a long ways. Hopefully we got another one of these. We'll be in a booth.
13-7. We are outside, top row, home stands. But, hey, thank you to Athletic Director Brian Lester and the crew here at Tuttle for fitting us in. It's our first visit for Squirtle Hill to the stadium, and there's a lot of media here tonight, as you might expect, covering Tuttle and Blanchard, a top 10 Class 4A matchup.
You know, I haven't seen Brian Lester. He's basketball coach at Tuttle, was a basketball coach at Choctaw High School, my alma mater, and I graduated with his older brother, Dennis, who was a defensive end for the Choctaw Yellow Jackets.
No, Brian and his wife, Stacy, very well. Their son, Tyler, played basketball at Oklahoma Baptist University. And so I've known the family for some time. Brian is an outstanding coach. He also was at Heritage Hall, I believe, for a time.
That's correct.
He's been around, but he has been very successful. In fact, he has one of the top players in Landry Allen coming back this season for the defending Class 4A state champions. It's amazing here at Tuttle. Doesn't matter the sport, they just win.
They do, and they've got good bodies. And what I'm saying, when I walked through the Tuttle football line when they came out onto the field, I was down on the concession stand. These linemen, those front three, they're big. I mean, you're talking 6'4" and 230 pounds, 240 pounds, and they're not slow. They're big and lean, and so you've got athleticism, as you mentioned, throughout every sport.
Of course, one of the nation's best wrestling programs is right here in Tuttle. Everybody thinks about high school wrestling in Oklahoma and Perry. Well, Perry has been very good on their level, but I think Tuttle's won, 19 straight state wrestling championships. It's unbelievable. Both teams are back out of the field. We're almost ready for the start of the second half. We'll take this final 2-minute break and be back with the third quarter kickoff on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and rangeland, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Did you know that we could see you without a doctor's referral for up to 30 days? Most insurances allow you to save the time and money required to get a referral by utilizing your direct access benefit to your preferred therapy provider, H2 Health. When you're in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait to get to the root of your problem. Schedule your evaluation with one of our licensed therapists today and start your healing process. Call to verify your benefits and get you back to your life. The quicker you get help, the quicker you get back to doing the things that you love.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Todd Miller, Scott Wanish, Bryce Miller, the crew with you here from Bill Hinkle Field at Tiger Stadium in Tuttle. 24 minutes remaining in the regular season for both of these teams. Both are playoff bound. Tuttle looking to finish another unbeaten regular season at 10-0, but they're going to have to come from behind to do it at halftime, 13-7. And on cue, there's Mr. Lester right there. Good to see Brian.
I remember him riding my bus, was a little buck-toothed, blonde-haired kid. You're talking about way back in the early 80s, long time ago. Like you always say, when I do go travel with you, it's like my life goes full circle.
Tell you what, buddy, since 2016, you have been in a time warp going back to the 80s, that's for sure.
I know.
All right, Tuttle 1 deferred, so they will get the football to start the third quarter. Down 13-7. Again, finishing drives had to be the message, I would think, for Brad Ballard and his staff at halftime. They've been able to move the football, but just had not been able to consistently finish drives with points. Cannon West, leading rusher with over 70 yards in the first half of the 101 total yards for the Tigers, has their only score a 5-yard touchdown run. Anthony Trong, 5'7", 130-pound senior, gets literally a 4-yard approach, walks up to the ball. He will kick it away from south to north, and here we go. Second half is underway. Backpedaling and hauling it in for the 16-yard line is Brady McAdoo. Runs right, runs into a defender at the 35, and is tackled at the 37-yard line. So return to better than 25 for Brady McAdoo, the freshman. How about how physical that guy is? We saw him just a little bit in the first half, but just a freshman, not at all afraid to take on contact.
You know, Tuttle does that on everything, especially on offense. They like to be very physical running the football. But you got to give credit to Blanchard, a much smaller team. They're not backing down from any of these hits.
11:53 to play here in the third quarter. First possession of the second half. They open with Dennis and West in the backfield. They hand it to West. Breaking tackles, 45. He's to midfield, and West is finally hog-tied and driven to the turf on perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle by Lincoln Smith. Not before West gets 17 more as his yardage total creeps towards 100.
Hey, how about the breaking the tackles by Cannon West? Breaking tackle, kicking it back to the right side. Huge play for momentum for the Tigers.
Two receivers to the far side. Harley Andrews is the tight end on the near side. It's a pistol formation from the Blanchard 45. Again, it is West behind the left guard, and he is spun down at the 40-yard line. A quick 5. You can see Tuttle coming out and running this thing right at the teeth of the Blanchard defense.
Caden Wright with the tackler. That would have went further than 6 yards. That was a huge kickoff return by McAdoo, getting up into the field, because the longer the field, as been proven throughout this night, Blanchard just does not bend if they've got to go a long way.
West with 23 on his first 2 carries, gets 6 there to the 39 of the Lions. And they hand it again to Cannon, left side, running left, and he is inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Here's how much better Tuttle has been running the football. In the first 5 games, they had 82, 72, 73, 89, and 69. In their last 4 games, 216, 118, 128. Last week, 167 and 4 touchdowns at Hera. First and 10 at the 33-yard line. Again, it is West. Goes right into the middle of the line. Bounces off a defender and lunges to the 28-yard line. More physical running between the tackles that time for Cannon West, as they're going to bring in 3 players. McAdoo will come in. Chance Cobb comes in. And trying to see who the other one is. I think it might be Dylan Ballard.
Cannon West ran right over Caden Wright, who's been doing a good job stepping up into the holes.
2nd and 5 as they go with both fullbacks in the backfield. Now they will hand it off, as this time it goes to Stewart, number 21, and he is down to the 24-yard line, and that's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
Nice adjustments at halftime by the Tigers. They're running sometimes kicking out the end on the left side where West can get through, and then they're finding the right holes, getting a big push, a lot of momentum. I think there's they lit a fire under the kids in the locker room.
3rd down, a little more than 1 yard. They'll let a scrimmage at the Lions' 24-yard line. Full house backfield. They hand it to West, makes a cut, hit, and I don't know if he got there. I don't think he did. They're spotting him at the 24-yard line, and that is no gain, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 1 yard. And here come the extra blockers out of the field. The tight end, Tyler McCarthy, comes in, along with the second tight end, Harley Andrews, and now Gunnar Kerr, a 3rd blocker, is in. So it's 4th and 1 yard at the 24-yard line.
Defensive back Ryland North came up to upend that ball carrier to force this 4th down.
Under 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Tuttle another drive. Can they finish? 4th and 1 yard. 4 in the backfield. Out of the Wildcat, it's Cannon West. He gets the snap, running right, has the first down for the time being. A flag, though, was thrown by the Whitecap behind the play at the 35. And now let's read it. It's an illegal shift against the Tigers. So instead of being a first down, it's now 4th and 6. And the line of scrimmage back at the Blanchard 29.
And as I mentioned before, the longer the field goes, Blanchard just does not want to break in their defense. Tuttle can move the ball on the ground, but you get to a certain point at so many plays that a penalty or a nice tackle jumping up in the hole, and it stifles Tuttle's drive.
Tigers forte running the football. Just under 235 yards on the ground per ball game. They had 101 yards of Tuttle offense combined in the first half. So it's 4th down and 6 at the 29-yard line of Blanchard. Dennis is back out there as the quarterback. Blake Stewart is the running back. Harley Andrews is tied in right. They send a man in motion, fake the handoff. Dennis rolling left is being pursued. He's going to keep it, trying to get to the first down marker, and he won't. He's tackled at the 26-yard line. And again, Tuttle with an impressive drive that turns it over on downs.
You know, Mason Dennis is not slow. With that naked bootleg, at first it appeared that Dennis was going to turn the corner, but Blanchard is just as fast as Tuttle, sideline to sideline. These teams are going to have to run straight at each other.
Scott, in the last 6.5 quarters against Tuttle, Blanchard has allowed a total of 7 points to one of the best programs in 4A. 8:15 to play here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Out of the gun is Frazier. They give it to Garrett running right. Finally gets a little running room as he's across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. So a gain of 5 takes us under 8 minutes to play.
Yeah, that's about as much as Zach Garrett's going to get. As we was talking about before, running toward the sideline, Tuttle is so good at running boundary to boundary and just pinning the running back there, 3.5 yards.
They officially give him just 4 to the 30-yard line, not to the 31 as I originally called. 7:45 to play, third quarter, 13-7. Todd Miller, Scott Waters with you tonight here on Squirtle. Motion man to the near side, Lincoln Smith. And out of the pistol, they fake the handoff. Now Frazier tries to keep it, and he's rolled down.
Jake Tucker.
Tucker just read that one perfectly and bulldogged him down at the 27. A loss of 4 brings up third down at 9.
Boy, you talk about reading it beautifully. Jake Tucker watching the quarterback stick the ball in the belly of the running back. Didn't go for the fake. Took the quarterback for the throwdown.
7:05 to play, third quarter. Third down and 9 Lions back at their own 27-yard line. So this drive, which at one point had netted 5, now has netted just 1 yard. 3 yards of total offense through 2.5 quarters tonight for Blanchard. 3-by-2 formation. Bryson Carter goes in motion, and another flag. There's flags all over the field, and it is a false start called against the Lions. Well, their pre-snap penalties tonight, Scott, really have put them behind the chains.
Both teams. You know, Tuttle gets the big, long drives, and they get you have a 4th and 1 a couple of times, then it's 4th and 6, and you don't make it.
6th penalty for 39 yards. Every yard you lose and go backwards becomes that more difficult against this terrific Class 4A defense. 3rd and 14 back at the 22-yard line. Clock begins to roll as they set the change with 6:42 to play in the third quarter. 3 receivers right. Now Carter goes in motion to the far side. Rolling that way is Frazier. He steps up, throws right side. He's got Carter at the 26, and Carter is tackled and planted in his footsteps.
One-on-one tackle out there on the left corner. Great job by the Tuttle defender. Not going for any jukes because Blanchard needs to get every yard they can because we know how this deep snapping's been going. Here's another chance here for Tuttle to get some good field position.
A net of no yards on that possession for the Blanchard Lions. They still have 2 total yards of offense in the ball game. Not a bad punt at all this time from Madrun, and it's going to be fair caught by Sharp inside the 40-yard line at the 39.
Yeah, Major Sharp didn't have to fair catch that. He still had about 7 yards. That punt wasn't high enough. He could have got a good return to get Tuttle back into Blanchard territory.
37 yards for Madrun, and that's about what he's averaged tonight on his 2 punts. 5:58 to go in the third period, and it will be first down and 10 for Tuttle with, again, good starting field position. Their average starting field position tonight has been near midfield. They've started 3 drives in the line's end. First and 10 of the 39. Quick throw outright. Ball is caught by Mason Stokes, and Stokes picks up 5 to the 44-yard line, and he was tackled right there by Lincoln Smith.
Ben Farrell came on a nice angle as well to stop that play.
Second down and 5. 5.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Pistol formation of the backfield is West. He gets his number called, running left, runs into one defender, and down he goes. At the 45-yard line, he ran into the best defensive lineman probably for Blanchard, Cody Lemons. He bounced off and then was able to get a yard to bring up third down and a long 4.
And I tell you, some of these good defensive plays by the Lions is firing up that crowd on the east side of the field. It's a lot louder over there than this big side over here for Tuttle.
Packed house tonight here at Bill Hinkle Field in Tiger Stadium. Third down, a long 4. They fake the handoff. Now it's a broken play. Dennis running right is under duress, throws off of his back foot and throws it away out of bounds. And he was being pressured by Hayden Bowles, the weak side inside linebacker, 5'11", 185, and a senior who came in with 88 tackles on the year to lead the Blanchard defense in that category. Now there's a flag down back at the 37-yard line, well behind the line of scrimmage, about 8 yards. And you wonder if they're going to throw, maybe get him for intentional grounding.
Well, he had Mason Stokes.
That's exactly what it is, intentional grounding, loss of down on Mason Dennis.
He had Mason Stokes outside the numbers on the right side, one-on-one with Lincoln Smith. I don't think he wanted to go there because what Smith did with the INT, 99 yards the other way, but even if it is an interception down the field, it's just as good as a punt.
So to bring up 4th down and 22 back at the 32-yard line. So the third major infraction of the night against the Tuttle Tigers. Nobody back for Blanchard. Dennis in punt formation. Puts a left toe into it and sends it away. Hits at the 35. It's going to turn over, and again, Mason Dennis gets a decent roll. It'll come dead at the 26-yard line. So once more, the Blanchard defense called upon to make the stop, and they will scrimmage at the 26 after a 41-yard Mason Dennis punt.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You have Lincoln Smith, so much speed for the Lions. I would at least have him back there. If he gets his hands on that football, he's electric, and he's got both scores tonight for Blanchard.
Scott, I think there's sometimes, that time not being an example of this, that they fear the fake punt because your punter is also the quarterback. But when it's 4th and 22, that certainly was out of play.
Yeah, and there was no height on that punt. Just a little quick kick by Dennis.
1st and 10, Blanchard to the 26-yard line with 4:40 to play here in the third. Carter on a jet, they fake the jet sweep. Frazier will keep it. Frazier breaks tackles, has the first down as he's across the 36 and spun down at the 37-yard line. He was finally taken to the turf.
Good fake
after an
handoff.
11-yard run.
Nice fake handoff, breaking tackles.
Was that Laminek?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Laminek on the keeper. Longest run tonight for Blanchard, longest offensive play. And again, it's Laminek that will keep it. He's out of the Wildcat. He surges forward for 3 to the 40-yard line. With 4:05 to play here in the third quarter, they've now gone to Jackson Laminek as the running back. No surprise, he's carried 8 times this year, and he's carried twice for a total of 13 of this drive.
Yeah, took the quarterback Frazier out. Laminek with that nice first down run of 11 yards, fake handoff, breaking 2 tackles, going right.
3.5 minutes to play, third quarter. 2nd down and 7 Lions. They send Carter in motion again behind the formation. This time they hand it off to Garrett. And Zach, with his head down, picks up a yard to the 41. Going to bring up 3rd down and a long 5 for this Lions conversion.
He wasn't going anywhere because C.J. Connor came in with that big left arm, just hooked it around the waist, pulled it down for less than a yard gain.
C.J. Connor, a senior, 5'11", 190 pounds, 43 tackles at the linebacking spot, the most on the ball club in that category. He's one of 4 Tuttle defenders that have a defensive score this season. 3rd, a long 5 or a short 6 at the 41-yard line. Now Frazier is back out there as the quarterback with Garrett offset to his left. 2 receivers left and right. Back to throw is Frazier. Throws over the middle. It's caught for a first down. Guess who? Lincoln Smith at midfield. He struggles and spins to the 47-yard line. Enough to refresh the down marker.
Great pass by Frazier because Tuttle almost goes right through the line. He hardly has any time to throw, but Smith is quick enough on that post, and Smith stopped right in the middle of the zone where there's a little pocket between 3 Tigers, ball delivered on time.
Blanchard had a net of 2 yards before this series. They have 2 plays that have gone over 10 yards, that one for 17, and a first down to the Tiger 47-yard line. 2:26 to play, third quarter, 13-7, Lions on the march. Garrett offset to the right of the quarterback, Frazier. They motion Laminek to the far side. Now they fake the handoff. Rolling left is Frazier. He's in trouble, and he's dump trucked down. At the 49-yard line, of Blanchard, it was Tyler Mitchell, the senior, that was able to whip the center, Trey Spencer, and get to the quarterback.
How about the strength of Tyler Mitchell, left-handed with the throw down to the turf.
A lot of seniors up front. Cummings, 260. Mitchell, a senior at 230. Terry, 240 and a senior. That's the three-man front that started this ball game tonight for Tuttle.
And that's why the Tigers can go with a three-man front, because of all that strength and speed in those first three. And sometimes they bring a linebacker up, but they're a couple yards off.
They motion Laminack to the far side. They give to Garrett, and it's a reverse to Laminack. He gets to the corner. He's to the 45 and is close to the first down marker inside the 40. Down to the 37-yard line.
You've seen Jeff Craig do multiple reverses, started with the opening kickoff. Whenever you have very aggressive tacklers in defense, that misdirection reverse can be very successful.
The gain to the 37-yard line is a gain of 12 and a first down for Blanchard. They're advancing towards the red zone. Harley Andrews is out there defensively at what would be the right end if you're looking at the offensive formation, number 23. Mitchell and Cummings are on that defensive front as well. First and 10 at the 37-yard line. They quickly throw it out right side. A screen for Smith. Tiptoes his way inside the 35 and is out of bounds near the 33-yard line. You'll take that 4 downs if you're Blanchard on first down.
Well, especially when Lincoln Smith has the ball in his hands. But there was nowhere to go. Just a straight pass out in the right flat. Lincoln Smith 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, just one juke to the right, into the left, gets a couple yards.
They only give him 2 to the 35, not the 33, and there wasn't much running room, so he was fortunate to get just 2 yards. 1:24 to play. Clock stops as he was hit out of bounds. 2nd and 8 at the 35. They split the backs to each side of Bryson Frazier. And now they will hand it off to Garrett, and he has nowhere to go.
C.J. Connor.
C.J. Connor again got him back at the 36-yard line. A loss of about 1.5 yards, but it's 3rd down and long again.
C.J. Connor, playing in the linebacker position, is very disciplined. He sees the fakes, but even Frazier doing a good job. Stick it in the belly for a while. Sometimes he let it go. That time he did the handoff, was not faked at all. Quick tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Under a minute to play, 3rd quarter, 13-7, as you see on the lower left of your screen. In a 4A2 matchup, Blanchard trying to win for the 6th time in the last 11 games and trying to beat Tuttle in back-to-back seasons. 3rd down and 9, the ball between the 36 and 37. 2 backs in the backfield. Now they're going to motion Zach Garrett to the far side. Frazier on a slant over the middle. Has a receiver. It's caught. And he's inside the 25 and down to the 19-yard line.
Lincoln Smith
again making another play. They put it down at the 20, so it is a catch and run of 18 yards. And now Blanchard, trying to go up 2 scores, is in the red zone.
Nice little quick slant. Kobe Modron for Tuttle made the tackle on Lincoln Smith because Smith broke 1 tackle. If Modron doesn't get him, it's 6 points.
That'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 12 minutes to decide this Grady County rivalry. Through 3, 13-7. Number 10 leads number 1 on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you 1 check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Minus 30 yards, still 7 yards.
13-7 on the scoreboard after 3 quarters. Todd Miller, Scott Wadish with you here on the Squirtle Game of the Week from Tuttle and Tiger Stadium. Tuttle offense through 3 yards. Tuttle 141 yards. Blanchard 75. Blanchard had 73, though, of that 75 in the 3rd quarter. This is a huge defensive stand partner right here if you're Brad Ballard and the Tuttle Tigers.
Yeah, Tuttle be in trouble if Blanchard can punch this in the end zone because they're so run dominant, and it's going to take almost all the fourth quarter to move all the way down the field with that run game.
Split backs, Bowles and Garrett to each side of Frazier from the 20. They hand it off. That play took entirely too long, and Bowles is pulled down.
Parrish Terry.
That took entirely too long. Terry was back there almost at the time Bowles got the handoff, -5 of the play.
And good discipline by Terry as well. He's got contained. He goes out, does not let the running back get around him, and has a grip on both shoulder pads for the throwdown.
Already a half minute gone here with the fourth quarter. 2nd and 15 at the 25-yard line, and now a flag is thrown as Blanchard is going to be called for illegal substitution. They may have had too many players on the field when they broke the huddle.
See, Tuttle just has that three-man front. Parrish Terry is the third man on the far side of the field on the right side. The cornerback goes back with the receivers, so there's nobody to contain but Parrish Terry with only three-man front. That's an outstanding play to be contained and then get that big loss for the tackle.
So in less than a minute, Blanchard has gone from 1st and 10 to the 20 to 2nd and 20 at the 30-yard line of Tuttle. 7th penalty of the night for the Lions. Empty backfield. Frazier, a quick drop is buried. Oh my goodness. C.J. Connor hitting from the blind side. He never saw him coming. A loss of 5 on another sack for C.J. Connor, his 3rd of the season.
Yeah. Frazier a little bit ginky there. Connor, I think, got a good shot in the ribs. Connor's all over the field tonight. But Frazier knows that Tuttle is getting in the backfield. He barely has 2 seconds, if that. I was thinking maybe Frazier or Jeff Craig might move Frazier on the field, maybe like a little rollout, because he had 4 receivers here on the right side.
So 2 losses and a penalty. 3rd and 25. Lions at the Tigers' 35-yard line. Frazier making the start tonight for the injured Carson Cooksey. Rolling right, running out of time, dumps it near side. The ball's intercepted. A sliding catch by Dylan Ballard, and he will take it down the 14-yard line. In honesty, Scott, that may be better than a punt if you don't pick anything up on 3rd down.
I agree. I thought Tuttle could have done the same thing going down the right sideline, especially with the Lions having trouble with the deep snapper. That is better than a punt because it starts at the 13-yard line. Lincoln Smith was one of the receivers there, but the ball is overthrown. You saw Frazier roll right because of the severe pass rush of the Tuttle Tigers.
1st and 10 officially at the 13-yard line for Tuttle, but they preserve just a 6-point deficit. Handoff coming left, west, nowhere to go. Had his legs taken out from underneath him by Jared Bewley. And they'll spot him for a loss back to the 12.
Caden Wright reading that play all the way, doing a good job. The Blanchard Tigers are all over the field, just like Blanchard Lions, just like the Tuttle Tigers.
10 minutes to play, 13-7. Tuttle trying to win their 10th game of 2021. 3 blockers in the backfield. Coming left on the handoff, McAdoo turns the corner and manages just 4 to the 16. And it will bring up 3rd down and about 7. Next play takes us under 9.5.
Yeah, Blanchard smelling some victory, a chance for victory here. That's another good defensive play by Brayson Carter. Runs all the way across the field to the right side of the defense for Blanchard with a nice form tackle, just a gain of 4.
Tuttle averages almost 400 yards of offense, most of that on the ground. They're nowhere close to that here early in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 7 of the 16. West, the single setback. Dennis rolling left, floats it near side. It's caught, but was he in bounds? They are going to say he made the catch. A terrific reception that time on the near side boundary. Nathan Ross.
What a pattern. He goes deep and then stops, keeps the quarterback going deep, wide open, leaps everything, keeps his foot, spikes a foot inside the boundary.
15 yards on 3rd and 7. keeps the drive alive. First catch for Ross tonight, his 6th of the season. Line of scrimmage at the 30, 9-11 to play in the ball game. Hand off to West, coming left. West runs over the defender and gets past the 35 up to the 37-yard line.
Nice.
And that defender was Bewley that he took on mano a mano.
Nice, strong legs by Cannon West. If he goes down that initial tackle, he has a maximum of 2 yards. He moves that ball 7 yards for 2nd and 3.
He was hit out of bounds, so the clock stops. 9:05 to play. West now up to 132 rushing yards on 24 carries. 2nd and 3 at the 37. West again adding to that total. Struggling past the 40, gets to the 41-yard line, another first down. It seems like that terrific reception by Nathan Ross has again lit a spur underneath the saddle of the Tiger offense.
And I think that Tuttle can go to that little pass play again up the left sideline because of the successful running of West, because Blanchard is pulling up all their linebackers to play the run.
8:45 and counting to play in the football game. A good one is expected tonight. Number 1 trailing number 10. 13-7 of the 4th. 1st and 10 Tigers at the own 41. Hand off this time to McAdoo, running left end, and he's inside past the 45 up to the 48-yard line. They just have so many different weapons that they can throw at you through the passing game and on the ground.
Well, you pound Cannon West, Cannon West, Cannon West. So that's drilled into the Blanchard defense. We got to stop Cannon West. And then you give it to somebody else who's lined up on the right side, coming back all the way across to the left side. Nice mixture of plays.
Full house look in the backfield after a gain of 7. They hand it to West again. He's hit, angles left, it is out of bounds in Lion territory at the 47. Another first down, their 3rd of this drive. All of their second half, they have 5 first downs here in the second half, 3 of this drive. Blanchard wants a timeout, and we're going to take a break as well. 8:01 to play in the ball game. Back after these messages, 13-7 Blanchard over Tuttle on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
First and 10 in Lions territory at the 46-yard line. 8:01 to play in the ball game. Tuttle tonight has had their passing game almost completely neutralized by Blanchard's defense.
Yeah, I like that timeout by Jeff Craig. Tuttle getting a lot of momentum going. 8:01 left on the clock, 13-7. Blanchard's in favor. Maybe he's going to have some of his guys shoot some gaps here, try to disrupt this offense.
First and 10 of the 46. It's a diamond look in the backfield. McAdoo and Stewart are back there, along with Cannon West. And now the Whitecap has come over to the near side, as you can say, and is seeing something to the Tuttle bench. I think it has to do with maybe the band was playing as they were getting ready to snap the football. The last 2 games, Tuttle has thrown for 136 against Cushing, 186 against Tara. Their 9 completions a week ago, a season low. They're not even close to that tonight. Fake handoff, Dennis to throw. Hit as he throws it deep over the middle. The ball is incomplete, but the intended target was knocked to the ground. Chance Cobb was hit by Gabe Barretts.
Yeah,
and holy cow, Mason Dennis took a shot.
There's some hitting in this game, both sides. Gabe Barris did not know where the football was. If he did, he caught up to the receiver. He could have avoided that pass interference call.
So it's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. The ball now sets at the 31-yard line. In Blanchard's into the field. 8 penalties tonight. 59 yards for the Lions after that 15-yarder. Their first 15-yard foul of the contest. 9th play of the drive upcoming for the Tigers. Handoff, running left, McAdoo gets to the corner. McAdoo inside the 25 and is out of bounds on the near side boundary.
Well, Tuttle loves to run to the left side behind Parrish Terry, the left guard.
Quick handoff again, as that one, I believe, is McAdoo up the middle. And not much doing as he'll get enough, though, for the first down. He needed just 2.
And that play actually went right of center. The majority of the plays have been coming to the short side of the field. The ball's on the left hash. They like running left.
1st and 10 at the 19. Blanchard trying to hold off this drive. West gets the handoff, running left, and he's tripped up. Good tackle by Barris again at the 12-yard line. Gain of 7, though, and that's just all in the line search.
Yeah, Tyler McCartney is the left tackle for the Tigers, and like you said, Todd, big surge.
They quickly snap it again. West coming left. He's to the 5. West dragging defenders with him, trying to get to the end zone, and they've stopped him short. Inside the 5, though, it's going to bring up first down and goal to go. And Tuttle taking no time whatsoever to get the ball snapped.
Running left again, tackled by Caden Wright.
Illegal substitution against Blanchard. It's declined. They'll take the play. It's going to bring up first down and goal to go. The ball will be placed at the 3-yard line. 6:45 to play in the ball game. Tuttle with the touchdown and an extra point would take their first lead of the night. Wildcat look. West and McAdoo in the backfield. It's West out of the Wildcat. Touchdown Tigers.
West followed the block of Gunnar Kerr through the hole. Gunnar Kerr pushes the linebacker into the end zone. West walks in for the score.
So now it has come down to an extra point from Connor Wong to give the Tigers their first lead of the contest with 6:34 to play. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is on the way, and the extra point is good. He flirts with the right upright, but he's been perfect on 2 of 2 attempts tonight, and it's 14-13 Tuttle. Timeout, 6:34 to play in the ball game. Back after these messages on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
For the first time tonight, the home team, unbeaten and top-ranked Tuttle, leads arch rival Blanchard 14-13. A 13-play, 87-yard drive. The key play, though, was the pass to Nathan Ross on 3rd and 7 back at the 16-yard line. Wong has placed it on the tee. He will approach from 2 yards. He squibs it up the middle of the field. It's going to be scooped up at the 25, return to the 30, 35, and up to the 40-yard line. And that's where Blanchard will start first down and 10. And on the return that time, for the Lions, I believe, was Kobe Madrun. Is that right? 34?
It's hard to tell on that pile. But, Todd, I think this is a good time to throw on first down when Tuttle's playing the run, the play action pass, because when the passing situation, Tuttle's get great pressure on the quarterback.
First down and 10, the ball just beyond Blanchard's 40-yard line. Lions trail for the first time. On the jet sweep, they hand it off. That's Bryson Carter. Dodges defenders and gets to the corner. Gets up to the 46-yard line.
Great job by Bryson Carter, because he could have been tackled for a loss of 6 yards. He dodged two defenders that just shoot the gaps, and Tuttle's been doing it all night long. Sometimes when they get in the backfield so quick, a screen play will work perfectly here.
5 yards on that carry. They had him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 5 at the 46. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Tuttle leading by 1. Now they're going to hand it off for the sweep to Lincoln Smith. Lincoln Smith to the 40, down the numbers to the 30, to the 20, and Lincoln Smith is finally tackled at the 19-yard line. That guy has sprinter's speed. And had it not been for Chance Cobb, he's going to take that thing 54 yards for his 3rd score.
You know, I was looking for a pass there, but outstanding job by Jeff Craig and Blanchard to get the ball in their playmakers' hands. Lincoln Smith lined up in the backfield with the long delayed handoff, finally stuck it in his belly. And when Lincoln Smith gets the ball, like you said, he is a smoker. He can smoke.
35 yards, now over 100 yards. Total offense. Blanchard on their longest play of the night. Split backs to each side of Frazier. They hand it off. Hit the backfield. Hayden Bowles straight ahead inside the 10. Bowles is to the 6-yard line, a gaping hole between the left guard and the center. It's 1st and goal to go, and how about this answer?
Once again, Tuttle getting in the backfield. Hayden Bowles doing a great job. Could have fumbled that ball, protected it with his right hand, kept it away from the defender, then took another hit, broke a play, got all the way down to the 6.
Bowles, who carried 16 times for 64 yards with a long of 29 coming in through 9 games, picks up 13 there. 1st and goal to go, Lions at the Tiger 6-yard line. 5 minutes and counting to play in the ball game. A 1-point lead for top-ranked, unbeaten Tuttle. Split backs. Frazier looking left. Now he's going to keep it on a designed run. That was a read pass option. He's still on his feet. Look at that. He squirts out and gets almost to the 1-yard line.
Nice push. The offensive lineman helping to push him over the goal line. Didn't quite make it, but great ball fakes too. That lead kind of option, just stick it in the belly, either give it to the running back or hold it to the quarterback. Is hard for Tuttle to decide who's getting the ball.
Well, what a blessing Bryson Frazier is when you lose a guy like Carson Cooksey to injury. You come in to play one of the biggest games on your schedule, and this guy has been pretty cool.
Oh, what a great ball game here. See if Tuttle can put the stops on Blanchard here.
Ball at the 1-yard line. It's 2nd and goal to go. Low snap. Ball picked up by Laminack. Running right. Did he get in? He is tackled. The ball came out, but the official saying he was down. And he'll pick up a half yard as the ball advances closer to the goal line. It's going to be 3rd down. Clock has stopped momentarily. There's an injured Blanchard player on the field with 3:47 to play. It appears as if it is Laminack who carried on that play, and that is a huge weapon that would be unable to go. Immediately they called for some help from the sidelines. It looks like, well, I can't tell what they're looking at here.
I think they're just stretching his hamstring.
That's what it looks like. Maybe he's either cramped or it's a hamstring.
Well, he did a great job. A Tuttle Tiger had his jersey in the backfield. He just kept his legs moving, got out of that tackle, dove forward, hit the ground. That's when the ball came loose. Ground can't cause a fumble. He must have just pulled some. He took some hits, especially hitting that turf pretty hard.
One note on the Tiger defense while they attend to Jackson Laminack. For all the prowess they've had in getting to the quarterback this year, 21 sacks through 9 games, do you know that they have not had a sack in the last 2 weeks before finally getting to Bryson Frazier tonight? They had multiple sacks in the prior 6 games before Cushing and Hara. They had 3 sacks against John Marshall, 5 against Ada, 4 against Klassen. And Laminack now is up on his feet.
Well, Tuttle's just so good defensively. You got those 3 down linemen, Parrish, Terry, They alternate sometimes, Dylan Cummings, Tyler Mitchell. Then backing them up, you have C.J. Connor having a really good game from the linebacker position, and Jake Tucker making some big tackles.
3rd down and less than a yard. It's goal to go, the ball resting between the 1 and the goal line. They'll start the clock now with 3:47 to play. 14-13 Tigers. They split the backs, now motion one to the near side. Out of the gun is Barris, and he loses the football, and Tuttle's come up with it.
Harley Andrews with the football. C.J. Connor knocked it out, coming in the backfield with a beautiful play. Knocked the ball loose. Harley Andrews comes across to pick it up.
Harley Andrews is a terrific athlete. He is signed to wrestle at the University of Nebraska. He is the defending 4A state champion. He's had a pretty good game tonight offensively, but a huge game defensively.
Well, you got the down lineman making it tough on the offensive line for Blanchard. And like I mentioned earlier, C.J. Connor's having a great game, just playing off of his down lineman, shooting the gap, popping that ball loose, making a huge fumble recovery for Harley Andrews that could put a cap on this if Tuttle can run out the clock. 1st
down and 10. The ball is at the 5-yard line. That is the 21st turnover forced this year by the Tuttle defense. 3:36 to play. West gets the handoff, sweeping left, cuts right. He's to the 10, moves right to the 15, and West has a 1st down to the 20-yard line. And he administered some punishment to Bowles as he tackled him.
Nice cutback by West, because it looked like it was shut down on the off tackle inside the end. West looked like he was going to go out to the sideline, but he knew he had to stay in bounds to keep the clock running, so he turned upfield for a huge 1st down.
Blanchard has 2 timeouts. Tuttle has 3. We are approaching 3 minutes to play in the ballgame. It's a 14-13 Tuttle lead, scoring on a 13-play, 87-yard drive their last possession. It's the Tigers' only lead of the night. Full house look in the backfield. Again, it's West. Carson West to the 25, spins to the 30, and if he stays on his feet, he breaks it. Instead, he stumbles and is down at the 34-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Ben Farrell.
Yeah, all that banging and banging is kind of tiring Blanchard a little bit. 2:50 left in the game, 14-13. Tuttle's lead, 2 timeouts left for Blanchard.
29 yards on back-to-back carries for Cannon West. Cannon West tonight has gone over 1,000 yards rushing. That's his 30th carry. He's up to 180 yards on the evening. 1st and 10, Tuttle at the 34 with 2:17 to play. 3 backs in the backfield. Out of the gun, Dennis hands it off again to West. And this time Blanchard is there. They will tackle him at the 37-yard line. And the Lions, if you don't get a stop here pretty quick, are going to have to start burning timeouts. We're approaching 2 minutes to play in the ball game.
Ryland North coming up for Blanchard, finishing off the tackle, plugging up the hole up on the inside. Some of those down linemen on the inside.
2-yard gain to the 36. 2nd down at 8. We're under 2 minutes to play in the ball game. 1:45 to be exact. 2nd and 8. Tuttle trying to finish as 4A2 champions. They hand it off around the right end. Blake Stewart, and Stewart is going nowhere. He'll lose a yard to the 35, and now Blanchard uses the 2nd of 3 timeouts here with the second half with a $1:37 to go, and now you have Tuttle forced to 3rd down and long.
Great tackle by linebacker Ben Farrell there. Ball trying to go outside the right end. Farrell gives no ground at all. Tackle high, big bear hug, nice tackle.
What a terrific football game. When they announced this week from Squirtle headquarters we'd be coming here, I've been excited about this. This is a terrific rivalry in any sport. It's a Tri-City rivalry with Newcastle being together. Both teams have beaten Newcastle this season. 3rd down and 9 at the 35. So not only would Tuttle finish 10-0, they'd get the 4A District 2 championship. They would finish as the Tri-City champions amongst themselves, Blanchard and Newcastle.
Blanchard defensive tackle Cody Lemon's doing a good job plugging some holes, helping linebackers like Farrell make those tackles.
So it comes down to a stop here. If you can get one, you spend a timeout, and then you're going to probably go 70-plus yards without a timeout. But would not need a touchdown if you get the stop here. Trailing just 14-13.
Yeah, and Tuttle already having a big interception already, and they're kind of wary of putting that ball in the air. I wonder if they just elect to keep it on the ground on 3rd and 9.
Looking ahead, if it happens, Strong's longest field goal converted this year is 23 yards, but you have to get a stop here. Out of the gun, it's the Wildcat, Cannon West, wanting to throw, buying time, and he's finally rolled down and tackled near the boundary. As Bewley was the one, I think, that had him by the jersey and just slung him down. That's going to lose back to the 33-yard line, so -2. Brings up 3rd and 11, and now a flag has been thrown on the Tuttle sideline.
Yeah. Jared Bewley doing a good job going sideline to sideline with that tackle. This could be a sideline warning.
That's what I think it is. They were pointing to Jeff Ballard. You can see him out there with the visor. It is a sideline warning against Tuttle. So how about that? You tackle him out of bounds. He loses 2. So you preserve a timeout, 90 seconds to go and 1 timeout.
And you got to get the ball in Lincoln Smith's hands. I think you just have to have Lincoln Smith back here. This is going to be a quick kick again.
Mason Dennis stands in punt formation or out of the gun at the 27-yard line. They are changing the play. Now Dennis barking out the cadence. The play clock is just now starting, by the way. Dennis will pooch it away to the far side, near side. It's going to be returned for the 30, 35 to the 40, to the 45-yard line. That is Lamenek, and he reaches to midfield, and it is 50 yards away from a possible win now for Blanchard.
Yeah, Tuttle was punting the whole time there. Just made it look like they might be going for it on 4th and 9. They've always done that quick kick. Great job by Jackson Lamenek to get back to be able to return that football all the way up close to the 50-yard line.
How about that? They didn't really start the clock. I told you the play clock didn't start. There's still 1:28 to play. So a couple of breaks here for Blanchard. Let's see if they can take advantage from midfield. Frazier to throw. Here comes the pressure, and he's wrapped up and sacked. Harley Andrews will get another sack, and the loss goes back to the 46-yard line. -4, and now Blanchard, who caught a break on that last drive when West was unable to get out of bounds, now will have to burn their final timeout with 81 seconds to play.
Parrish Terry near the quarterback as well. That is a mammoth sack for the Tigers because it forces Blanchard to use their final timeout with just 1:21 to play.
We'll see what a state championship wrestler looks like. You want to see what a Division I prospect in wrestling looks like? Look at number 23, Harley Andrews, and he has really played well tonight.
Yeah, 6'4", 245, and no fat on that frame.
Having a lot of views tonight here on our Game of the Week from Tuttle. We appreciate you accessing our broadcast wherever you may be. You don't have the Squirtle app, download it for free. You can watch tons of high school sports. We're quickly approaching basketball season as well here on our family of networks. In fact, this week, some of the small schools that are on Squirtle begin their basketball broadcasts. 2nd and 14 back at the 46-yard line with 1:21 to play. Blanchard does not need a touchdown, but they need to get very deep into Tuttle's into the field. They empty the backfield. Here comes the pressure again. Frazier will run away from it, throws on the run over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Brayson Carter, and Carter just could not quite get enough separation.
That was close to being past the line of scrimmage as well. Frazier might have been better if he kept that ball. He had a nice running lane up the middle, but he saw Carter streaking just inside the left hash, and if he could have connected with that, that would have been a game-winning touchdown.
Scott, 13 seconds have come off the clock. 13 seconds since this drive started with 1:28. They're -4 and backed up to 3rd and 14 of their own 46 after starting this drive at midfield. 3 receivers left. Now a man comes in motion. That's Brayson Carter. Back to throw Frazier. Here comes the rush, and they sack him again at the 40. Dylan Cummings, the defensive end, got to him that time, and 2 huge sacks. And now the game is down to a last gasp attempt for the Lions.
Well, Harley Enders is right in the face of Frazier. Frazier's ducked him, but Cummings came from the backside.
Here we go. Frazier gets the snap, running left, throwing left. Ball is intercepted at the 35-yard line, and that will do it.
Mark Douglas.
Mark Douglas, the sophomore, already has 3 interceptions. That's his 4th of the year, and he has a defensive score as well. And it is fitting that the Tigers defense will win this game for them, but what a terrific effort from their neighbors from Blanchard.
Oh, what a ball game. I tell you, Blanchard from the start with the kickoff return for the score. When Tuttle needed the turnover, you get the big fumble, forced fumble by C.J. Connor, and then a great job by Mark Douglas knowing where the sticks was, because Blanchard just had to get that 4th down or turn the ball over on downs. Douglas set up right by the sticks, stood there for the interception.
Victory formation now for Tuttle. Out of the gun is Dennis. He'll take it E. Blanchard is helpless to stop the clock. And I don't think Tuttle's going to have to snap it again. Half a minute to play. There's a difference of about 2.5 seconds of the play and game clock. So Tuttle is going to win 4A District 2 outright, thanks to a 14-13 thrilling victory over the rivals and neighbors just 20 miles from here. 14-13 is the final score. We will be back to wrap it up from Bill Hinkle Field at Tiger Stadium in a moment on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities, because we're in your communities, with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games, so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and rangeland, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Did you know that we could see you without a doctor's referral for up to 30 days? Most insurances allow you to save the time and money required to get a referral by utilizing your direct access benefit to your preferred therapy provider, H2 Health. When you're in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait to get to the root of your problem. Schedule your evaluation with one of our licensed therapists today and start your healing process. Call to verify your benefits and get you back to your life. The quicker you get help, the quicker you get back to doing the things that you love.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Behind a suffocating defense and 2 rushing touchdowns tonight from Cannon West, who now has rushed for 23 touchdowns this year. Tuttle comes from behind and leads 14-13 and wins it by that count. The lead, Scott, tonight, the only advantage of the contest for the Tigers, and it still counts. They're 10-0 heading into the 4A playoffs and will host 2 games here at this stadium as their district champions.
Well, we talked about earlier in the broadcast, the deep snapping was kind of a problem for the Lions. You have the bad snap going over the punter's head, given a good, great position so Tuttle gets a touchdown. You have the bad snap on the extra point, and what was the score? 14-13. The kicker couldn't get the snap because the hold wasn't right because the snap was high. Turnovers, when Tuttle needed a turnover, they got it. Right around the 2-yard line, C.J. Connor comes in, gives a stick in the backfield, jars the ball loose. So Harley Andrews comes, picks up the football, and Tuttle won it 14-13 from there.
I can tell you this, I would hate to be a team out of 4A1 that's going to host this team next week. That means you have either finished first or second in your district. This is a really good football team from Blanchard. Their defense is really good. That's evident by the fact tonight that they held Tuttle to less than 250 yards of total offense.
You know, what I like about the Blanchard defense, they were outsized by Tuttle. Tuttle's very big and athletic, but they've got guts. I mean, they stood in there, did not back down from anybody, and then the speed, as you mentioned, their defense, sideline to sideline, just matching Tuttle. Nobody's turning the corners on the outside on Blanchard. And then you've got that big Lincoln Smith in the defensive backfield, take it back the other way, interception 99 yards. He can do it on offense as well.
I think it's fair to say that Blanchard was somewhat limited from an offensive standpoint, not having Carson Cooksey. But I thought Bryson Frazier really stood tall tonight and gave his team a chance to win the football game.
They did have a chance, just one play short, or you take out that fumble down there. I think Blanchard leaves here with a win. Of course, the extra point is huge in any level of football. If you don't get the conversion and the final score, 14 Tuttle, number 1 Tuttle, number 10 Blanchard 13.
The last 2 games through the air, we told you that Blanchard has been able to throw the football. They really were not able to throw the football tonight, and that was a big reason why they, of course, didn't have their regular starting quarterback in Carson Cooksey. The scoring, Lincoln Smith, an 86-yard kickoff return, a 99-yard interception, and then Cannon West, a 5 and a 3-yard touchdown run. And you wondered at the time, the way that game was going, if that extra point would not come back to haunt the Lions, and it certainly did tonight. But 2 good football teams that I think have a chance to make some noise in Class 4.
And you said it earlier. You said, hey, nobody wants to play Blanchard in the playoffs, and I guarantee you Tuttle doesn't want to see them till late in the playoffs if they have to, because those are 2 good football teams that have a chance to go all the way. You just execute, get a couple of mistakes out for Blanchard. Blanchard easily wins this game. Tuttle take away some mistakes. Maybe they win a little bit more easy as well. Great football game in Tuttle tonight.
Tuttle 16 first downs to 14 for Blanchard. These are unofficial stats. 32 rushes, 41 yards for the Lions. 42 carries, 205 yards for the Tigers. 30 of those carries, 180 of those yards, and both scores came from Cannon West. Passing tonight, Blanchard was 11 of 16 with 2 interceptions, 70 yards. A season low, 2 completions for the Tigers, 11 attempts, 1 interception, 27 yards. So 232 yards of total offense for Tuttle to 111 for Blanchard. They had 109 of those in the second half. Tuttle was penalized 4 times for 40 yards, Blanchard 8 for 59. One Dog, well, I'll tell you what, I like this high school gig. We need to do it more.
Yeah, but maybe a little bit warmer. It was so nice in the first half. When that sun went down, it's kind of nippy out here. I've never done a broadcast where my nose was running.
Well, congratulations. It's the first time for everything. Hey, we appreciate Brian Lester, the fine folks here at Tuttle, for making room for us. It's always a privilege to go out and call high school football, and certainly to do it in places that Squirtle has never visited before, and Tuttle is one of those occasions. Again, for Scott Warnish, for Bryce Miller, the crew, I'm Todd Miller. Final score for the final time, as you see on your screen, Tuttle 14 and Blanchard 13. Until we join you again down the line, good night from Tuttle.